r/AskReddit. Rich people of Reddit that were poor before. How did money solve your problems and what new problems have appeared? I can now buy good gifts for my friends/family. Downside, now I can't get them shitty gifts. I've always had money and always bought shitty gifts. I don't wanna be viewed as cheap. You have money, why care what people think of you? Side note, I'm probably weird. I do not buy gifts for people outside my immediate family, so, at this point, I don't have the money to be shelling out hundreds of dollars in gifts for people I only see a few times a year. I'd rather use that money to better my own life, and I wish others would too. At the least, I just want people, especially my sisters, to make an effort to see each other. Unfortunately, most years since moving out, they don't. Money allows me to not worry. It doesn't make me happy, but it frees up my mind to be happy because I don't have to spend time worrying about how I'm going to pay the next bill. Lifestyle creep is a very real thing if you're looking for a problem. We've gotten used to this level of money, so if it were to go away, it would be a pretty big problem pretty quickly. Our bills have risen along with our income. Holy shit, man. You are absolutely correct. Doubled my salary, now it feels like I have no money. LMAO same. Tripled my salary in the past 6 years, and then I go on my CC statement every week and wonder how TF $500 more in expenses showed up. Fawning service industry people. Wait staff, hotel, retail store people. It's embarrassing sometimes because I don't know how to react. I have a sister who is middle class and 3 kids. I'm relied on to provide certain expensive things for the kids. Once in a while is fine. It's fun. But because I have no kids, she thinks there should be a constant stream of fun activities and gifts coming from me, because what else are you spending your money on? So, you're saying this is a real case of your sister having 3 kids and no money, while you have no kids and 3 money? I can afford the good toilet paper now. The only problem is, I'm still not rich enough to have someone wipe for me. I just bought a bidet thingy on Amazon for like $30, and I think it's the next best option. Just saying. Did you name it? And do you talk down to it like it's less than you? Yeah, you spray that ass, you glorified faucet. I bet you wish I'd wash my hands with you, don't you? You dirty slut. You know daddy likes a squirter. Not rich by 1% standards. Never been poor, I always had a support system, even if I had no money myself. That being said, the number one thing I noticed is holidays aren't as stressful because money isn't an issue. Shopping for presents is relatively easy because I'm limited by creativity, not weighing how ashamed am I going to be to give this crappy gift to someone vs how much do I want to eat this week. The main problems come from being in that place where enough is never enough. As long as I watch my spending, I can mostly buy the occasional thing I want, but I don't have enough that I can buy whatever. It's also a dilemma when it comes to helping out my friends. I don't have enough that I can afford to solve or really significantly impact my friends' financial problems, while at the same time I want to be generous/helpful when I can. On the gripping hand, it becomes easy to be taken for granted or even worse, taken advantage of. Springing for the occasional meal can easily become being expected to pay for restaurants that are more expensive than I want to be going to in the first place. You want to nip that shit in the bud real quick. But I have a lot of friends who are literally looking through couch cushions for gas money. At the same time, if I gave them gas money all the time, I wouldn't be able to pay my own bills. So it sucks to sit there and have to figure out when I can actually help vs when I'm lighting myself on fire to keep someone else warm. This is me to a T without the having money growing up part. Slowly creeping up on 6 figures, and it's not nearly as much money as everybody thinks after taxes. I spend about $400 a check on other people and helping people out, but at least I'm in a position to be able to do it. Spot on. If you're generous enough, you all of a sudden won't be able to afford your bills aspect of it. I don't know I'm rich, but I make around $250k a year and my fiancé makes an additional $110 to $120k a year. We are both 32. I grew up poor as shit. Father worked in flea market. Honestly, money solves everything and causes no new problems. I see people say that people will use you for your money, friendships aren't real, you'll attract gold diggers, etc. But honestly, this is just a way for poor people to feel better. My rich friends are 100x more loyal / reliable / better people than my poor friends growing up. The people I attracted while dating were 100x nicer / more authentic / prettier than when I was poor. I live in a safe neighborhood in a luxury building, can pay people to do everything I hate. For instance, cooking, no financial stress, travel all the time. My job, although sometimes stressful, is super interesting and impactful. I can retire young. That's great to hear. Happy for you. It is hard for me to imagine a lot of problems whilst being rich. In general, I think money is a crazy thing. A paper and an electronic number in our account that holds value only because people have given it value, if that makes sense. Not sure what state you're in, but $360k is 1% territory in quite a few of the lower coal states. It's still high most anywhere, as long as you're not in New York City or the Bay Area too. Went from extremely lower middle class, where I didn't carry insurance because I couldn't afford it and could never pay all my bill in any given month, to 1%er. The biggest difference is bar none the loss of that fear and shame. My wife is an incredibly sympathetic person, but she came from money and doesn't understand the feeling. The stress, shame, and sleeplessness that comes from not having money just can't be explained unless you've lived them. Not having that feeling, just knowing I can buy what I want, within reason, don't confuse the 1% with the 0.01%, is one of the greatest changes in my life. Having come from almost nothing to where I'm at now, there are no problems. The problems I face now are totally first world problems, because money. How did you get to where you are now? A healthy dose of dumb, blind luck and being smart enough to take advantage of an opportunity when it came along. I'm in a position that I'd never be hired for today. I'm basically an electrical engineer in a large, but sort of specialized field without any of the schooling behind it. The utility industry, 15 years of on-the-job training, and an internal testing system allowed me to rise up into a position where instead of doing the work, I'm reviewing it for people far better qualified on paper. I've now got that rare or equivalent experience that you occasionally see on job posting that opens up the world in this industry for me. But really, the break was nothing more than luck and working my ass off at the beginning. We weren't really that poor, but we lost a good part of our income, and the biggest problem is I can't spend money without stressing about how many hours I will have to work to pay it off. I so feel you. That's a really shitty feeling. I kind of track how expensive things are by how much of my time they cost too. To relieve stress, I look at my bank balance. I grew up lacking a lot cause my family was poor. It made me not wasteful and fairly cautious with money. My bank balance is generally healthier than most people's, but I'm by no means wealthy. See, the thing is, I do that and work extra. When I wanna go out with friends, I work a little extra, and even when I do this as I'm at the register, I keep thinking about it. The biggest thing it solves is that you no longer have to worry about things. $2,000 car repair? No big deal. Put it on your credit card to save 2% with cash back, and the bill is auto paid in full on the due date anyways. Your life is much less stressful when these things randomly pop up and you don't have to worry about where you'll get the money to cover them. The problem I've been thinking about lately is why I want to keep increasing my salary. I'm on the fence about getting an MBA so that I can move into a senior level management position, CTO/SEA. It's not like I need more money. We already live on less than 30% of my salary, so why do I need to earn 800k, 1 meter, or even like a 20 meters salary? It seems so wasteful. I like my $250k house just fine. I like my current vehicle and motorcycle. What else do I possibly need? But yet I feel like everyone around me is like, why? So yeah, I'd say that. I feel like I'm supposed to want to move into those positions, and when I ask people why I should want to move into that position, the answer is always, because you'll earn way more money. And it's like, I earn $180-230k/year right now, and we live on less than $70k/year. So why in the world would I need even more? I could retire on my current path at 43 years of age with over $4 million. Why do I need more money than that? You should make more, so you can give more is how I currently see it. Look at much good the Gates Foundation is doing in the world currently. If you can make an extra $100k a year without doing significantly more work, then why not? You could support 2 whole separate families if you really wanted to. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for I upload daily and suggest what subreddit I should cover next. Thank you and happy travels.